said, I get scared of sort of tap turns on suddenly, get scared of kettles going off.
Right.
Then there's a pause, and they said, we admire your honesty.
Right.
And they said, so what's your favourite marketing?
Right.
I said, Hot Wheels. And they said, what one? I said, oh, it looks like the young Batman. Right. It's a maroon.
Right, so specifically the marketing around the maroon Batmobile-shaped Hot Wheels.
No, just the car.
Right. So you were saying that in itself is marketing.
Sometimes you get a question in jobbing news, that was good for any entrepreneurs to know anyway. You get a question and then you just take the bit of it that you want to answer.
Okay.
So they said, what's your favourite marketing? I said, the Hot Wheels car that looks like a Batmobile.
But maroon?
Maroon.
And they just took that, they were happy with that answer?
They applauded. There was like 17 people in the interview. People kept coming in.
Right.
That's the thing, because they couldn't believe it.
Right.
Right, they kept coming in and applauding the answers.
Wow. Can I just say something? Because from a neutral observer's perspective, I don't know how to put this in a more polite way. I'll be as polite as I can. The answers you gave sound like total horseshit.
Well, this is. I mean, what's your like? Do you think you could do what I do?
Well, no. That's besides the point. What I'm talking about is how did people are talking about you in terms of you being a con man, of you going into that interview about lying about your experience about being. This is what they assume because they can't understand how you got the job. They assume you must have lied. You're some kind of grifter.
Okay, Marcel told me you're taking.
To convince them that you know the big when you knew full well that.
You know they call for something different.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what kind of reason that was also presenting that was people's problem with Muslim.
I just think cancel culture is going to get everyone. I think every single person in the world, and it won't rest till it has cancelled every person. I think that's clear.
And there must be people out there who don't have anything who share.
They'll get share. Trust me.
It was such a beautiful day. A bit cloudy, but that's fine because the men were all wearing woolen suits. My mother was behaving herself. The church was beautiful.
How we doing?
When he put the ring on my finger, I was the happiest woman alive. Everyone cheered. We left. As we went through the arches of the church, people started throwing things, obviously confetti, rice, petals, some leaves, Lego, and strangely, from when he died, hot gravel. I don't know why he used gravel. It was really hot. Maybe he disapproved of our match, of the wedding, of our marriage. Maybe he was right. We walked towards the car. It was a beautiful car, a beautiful black Rolls Royce. And we sat in the back of this car, and he looked lovingly into my eyes and held my hands. I felt a rumble in my tummy, and I told him I was really looking forward to our reception and the hot beef dinner that would be awaiting us. I'm really looking forward to the beef. And he just looked blankly at me.
So I know a guy who knows a guy at the mask shop.
Yep. Hey! Fucked up! I think I need a bigger TV. True.
And he utters the words again. What is beef? And at that point, I think naturally you just start to question everything. My mind started racing. I went back through years of dinners out where he never once ordered beef. How did I not know this? How did I not notice that he was never ordering beef? That wonderful holiday we spent on the Argentinian beef coast. We were at the Argentinian beef coast, and he didn't even know what beef was. And I didn't notice.
Let's talk about the figures, because you keep pointing to these figures. Since you came.
Hello, you're through to Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help?
Absolutely, it's not true.
Your beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest airfield. We hope you're very happy, madam.
Took over as head of the beef market board. 900 trillion tons of beef sold every year. It's come down to 4.
It's gone down to 4,000. That's not down.
No, it's gone down to 4.
4 cells beef.
4B.
4B.
4B. That's a huge collapse.
It works.
Sorry, I have to put up this stuff we got an answer about you. Can you tell me about when you found out you got the job and how you felt and you started?
I got a message on LinkedIn the next day. They said search your body. And I thought, Facebook log, and they said, we'll come to you about it.
So you thought you don't live in town?
Yeah.
You're on Facebook.
Because I'm already fucking taken.
Right.
Yeah. It's Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you sort of left that kind of stuff like fights for you.
Yeah, but then that's what
Well, okay. Right.
they said that to me. And then they messed me up.
Do you know what I get? All about things like that. This goes to bed. I think that's well, I'm chuffed with you.
What did you go?
I was looking for a table.
Oh,
Like a 50s kind of it's a good one, I guess.
yeah. Yeah.
Like from like top. Really nice. And I was quite vacation. But to be perfectly honest with you, my marriage is really fun. I thought that my needs like relationship is not that.
Coffee table.
Yeah. We never had it.
I've been divorced 4 times. And I never
There you go. Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do? I'm an expert with it.
Right.
You need to you need to get her to go with you on a boat that is shaped like a swan.
You said you've been divorced 4 times.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to...
This. Did you know that if you're employed in China, the average cost per hour is $4,700? And if you're investing that much money into it, and if you're investing that much money into each one, you've got to get it right. So what's the most effective way to find investment in middle roles? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter lets you post jobs for free, but commit, so you can see how effective it is at helping you out. It has smart technology to quickly identify people's skills and experience to match your job, and it lets you easily identify your top candidates, and you can personally invite them to your live video job. Get hiring right with ZipRecruiter. All that time was get a job and the first step. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/beef to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/BEEF. So anyway, you got the LinkedIn message. You mistook it for a message from somebody who was selling a Victorian coffee table on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Who'd been messing you around.
So they said, you got it if you want it, and I said on my way. Right?
Right.
And then I'm driving down to the house, and I'm passing the guy's door, and then the guy's with the police.
The Facebook Marketplace guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm kicking his door to get my table.
How much was it going for?
£14.
£14 for an original Victorian coffee table?
Yeah, but it's like half of it left.
Bit of a project then.
Yeah, paper mache the rest.
So you're kicking a man's door in due to this misunderstanding.
Mm.
And that's really damaging.
It's the same thing. Yeah. Right? Facebook Marketplace. I said that. I should go on record that is not something I agree with.
Right.
I think they are very important in Blue Lives Matter.
Right.
And that was wrong with me in that moment.
Right.
But they went to tase me. But I kicked the door down, so they'd accidentally tasered the man whose coffee table it was.
Right.
He's gone down. He's landed on what's left of that coffee table.
Right.
That's smashed into smithereens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've live streamed the entire thing in LinkedIn.
Oh.
And they said this goes against their terms of, community guidelines.
So hang on. You're live streaming all these events onto LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn said that a video of a man falling onto a coffee table after being tasered is against their terms and conditions, or?
Apparently.
Right.
So don't tell me cancel culture isn't,
alive and well. Yeah. And so, the people at the big marketing board who just offered the job on LinkedIn, were they watching the event?
Yeah, they were commenting. Like, they were emojis. Very cool.
Yeah. Do you not think they were in their position? They just offered the job, a big job, because they care about it. So, it's like they're watching it. Well, Chris, what tasting wood, makes you taste yourself.
I got a little bit.
Right. Yeah, so they're watching their new hire representative.
Yeah.
Most people, I think, would sure think of sitting on
For being tasered.
Well, yeah, for being in a situation in which you could be tasered.
I was a victim of them.
But were you? Because this is because you were kicking a man's door.
Yeah, I mean, he said that to my business.
Yeah.
And then he was wasting my time.
Okay.
My son, keep and fire. If you want to work yourself, this will not be place. You will have to go through this. I can see the future. One day, I will try to sell and will be hired and be given access to this in the Facebook Marketplace without his blessing. When he finds out, he will trap me naked from my bed to the town square. The old marketplace. From before the Facebook Marketplace. I will plead with them. I am your father. Please, son. I have not yet eaten my 60th lasagna.
Let's move on. So then you start the job. This is what I'm going to do. You walk in on the first day, go to your new office.
Yeah.
So you sit down. Yeah, there you go. Here's marketing. Talk me through how that goes. How someone just now does it.
Okay, they show you around. There's toilets, show in the office and everything. Very nice to see. the desk. They said, we'll sort that for you. I said, don't. Get that out of my face. Facebook Marketplace is the place.
Okay, so they offered you like an office supply company brochure.
£75 spending money.
Okay, so they allocated you a budget if you wanted to buy yourself a new chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's not very much, is it? £75.
It can go a long way on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, so, okay, what did you get on Facebook Marketplace then?
Yeah, so I went on, I said, you know what? This chair was lovely. I said, this chair. I said, I like an ergonomic kind of chair.
Yeah.
You know, like, have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, right.
Very cool guys.
Right.
Ergonomic chairs all around.
Okay.
I went on there, and what do I see? Right? You won't believe this. Same guy who had the half coffee table has an ergonomic chair.
Right.
And it says no time wasters.
Okay.
Yeah. I go on LinkedIn.
Right.
And I messaged the people that said I had the job. I said, what do you mean no time work? Because I got it confused again.
So now you're mistaking LinkedIn for Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah.
Right.
And I said, right. I drove back to that man's house. I got out of my car. I'm in my brand new Taylor suit and the shoes. And the man sees me. I walk back the curb, he sees me coming. I run. I see him get on the phone. I see him physically go on my the police arrive very quickly this time. They go to taser me again, but I've kicked the door down. It's exactly the same. Amazingly.
Well, they taser him or hit again?
Yeah. They tasered him again. And I was like, ha. But then, it's like it made him strong.
So,
if you get tasered a second time, you absorb that.
The first time you get tasered, you somehow
knocks you down.
Right. But you become immune somehow.
You get immune.
Yeah.
There's, you know, people disagree. Perhaps some people think you're just immune to it, fine.
Yeah.
Some people think, no, you get that electricity and that makes you like you're in Spider-Man. Yeah.
What? So okay. So if you get if you get tasered a second time, you actually absorb the power, become more powerful than before,
apparently. Which is funny because he starts to charge towards me, but
more powerful than electricity. I imagine
I might have misremembered, but I think he doubled in size.
Okay. Right.
And he's running towards me now.
Yeah.
And the police are looking at me like, well, you know, this isn't what we do.
Yeah.
And I said, well, taser him again. And they did. And this time he fell back. And of course, he's fallen on the ergonomic chair.
And he's huge as well.
And he's huge. And it's completely squashed him. And I said, how is this going to get wasted?
Now, I feel like we've slightly, I don't know if this isn't we've done on purpose, but we've slightly taken some a bit of tangent.
I've just answered the questions.
You've never heard of beef?
It's ridiculous, really. What these people forget, Steve Jobs had never used a computer in his life, rest his soul.
Right.
Zuckerberg, he doesn't have Facebook. He's not on Facebook Marketplace. He's not selling anything on there. He's not doing that. So to level these things at me, like, you must be an expert in the thing. I'm like, but I'm making the thing great. The thing about, yeah, you sold 4 beef. Well, that's not 0 beef.
My son will be unstoppable. My son will bury me in an unmarked grave where only weeds grow and the street dogs
All right.
write their poems with peace. I should not have eaten all those glands. Gland Sanya. It's the new Gland Messiah from the shells.
Huge pressure for the almost from me, personally, please resolve. Please resolve.
Why?
We need someone probably big rock who's heard of beef as an independent. We need someone who knows what beef is.
Are you into Hot Wheels at all?
Look, I like Hot Wheels.
What one? Sorry? What one? What?
I like the little back wheel. Yeah. It's unusual.
See, you're alive.
I know, but that's my leisure time. And I feel this is work time. This is beef time. You know, maybe outside of this, you and I could meet up. A couple of Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah? Swan boat? Boat shaped like a swan?
I don't think that would be appropriate.
Why?
You and
That's my social. We can be friends in my social.
I'm bringing it out.
Okay,
Get
if you
on
want
the floor. I'm out of
Like
ammo.
rugby?
Yeah.
Out of
Rugby?
ammo.
I've never seen it. Okay. Can you teach me?
Yeah, I can teach you the certainly the movements of rugby.
Yeah.
We can go on a weekend away together to the Stratford. As friends. But I
Once you destroy that first shipment, see if they got a laptop laying around with some info on the other
Once they
ones.
need to resign for the sake of beef, or at least find out what beef is. You've got to have heard of beef.
Okay, what if I do like a intensive course to learn what that is? Like thingy.
Beef?
And then can I carry on?
I can show you some beef now.
Okay.
Here you go.
Nice! Okay, we got the other shipments all marked up now. Try to
Really?
fuck up as many as possible before they make it out to the sub.
That's what that is. That's the thing that everyone's
That's beef.
right. And that's the thing that everyone's been.
It's your job to target this is open.
Is it? I thought it was like I thought we were doing like a it's like something like no offense.
That's cool.
Is it? It's wet.
It's wet.
Is it not? And some of that's a little bit personal, so worse. Yeah. It's good. You know, it's I've got the things you can do with that.
Gregory Johnston. Big thanks to Gregory Johnston for that time. Not really sure what's wrong with it. Honest.
Classic Italian lasagna.
So that's all the time for this month. And if you're after more of the video, you can get over to the website now, where you'll find unusual stuff, as well as our topic section, where this month we start a 14-day item collecting to Canada in the German Baltic coastal port town of Rostock. So, until next time, be thanked. Thanks to Bilal Zafar and SS6. Which is why
Operations Specialist, Dr. Bob National We're sharing and that's about each of you.
We're also trying to do our part. We're volunteering our local communities, and we encourage you to volunteer in your area too.
On Friday, we announced for the donation. We have great. First time spent on stickers today. Going to apply. It's all across the United States.
And we want to make sure that you know this is your last chance to get that limited edition voucher.
Grab a pin, hat, shirt, or hoodie. Really just
Details on merch, resources to volunteer, and all things co-October can be found at maximumfun.org/co-October.
That's COOPTOBER. Thank you so much for your support and a great cause. If it's not measurable, then not measurable. Sometimes one doesn't need to stir just to realize you're expensive and arrive at your home in but don't worry.
You were fucking great out there, man. Seriously, like as annoying as humanly possible. I doubt the sub's gonna be playing much defense now.
10% off your first taste of Glenn. Use the code Give It To Me Greg.
Hello, and welcome to the Beef and Dairy Network podcast, the number one podcast for those involved, just interested in the production of beef animals and dairy nerds. The Beef and Dairy Network podcast is the podcast companion to the Beef and Dairy Network website, as well as a printed magazine, brought to you by Plan. Now, surely most of you have heard of and probably seen the Beef Brigade, an entertainment troupe that is as much woven into the texture of British life as queuing, drinking a hot cup of tea, and not thinking too hard about the past. One of my first memories is going to see the Beef Brigade, or as they're more properly called, the Beef Brigade of Merry Butcherbox, a variety show traditionally featuring songs, satirical dances, comedians, poets, dramatic monologues, gardening tips, beef puppetry, clowning, interpretive gymnastics, and tributes to the royal family. Universally loved by people up and down this great nation, you'd think the Beef Brigade are about as uncontroversial a thing as you can imagine. But we've received many letters from listeners over recent months that have shed light on new changes to the Beef Brigade Act. So, to find out more about life in the Beef Brigade and the changes that are being made, I spoke to Mario Gregg, one of the current cast members. Mario Gregg, thank you so much for joining me today. I know you've got a busy touring schedule there with the Beef Brigade.
Yeah, we're always very busy, always on the move.
Now, of course, I went to see Beef Brigade shows as a kid. I think most of my listeners will probably have been to a Beef Brigade show. But just to explain to anyone who hasn't heard of you guys or hasn't seen you guys, well, how would you describe it? It's traditionally been a sort of variety show.
Yeah, variety, vaudeville, definitely that's the tradition that's coming from the music halls, entertaining the troops, that sort of thing.
And of course, not just entertaining members of the armed forces, but of course, members of the royal family as well, of course.
Yeah, well, because I've played roles, I mean, largely minor roles, but I did actually once play in front of who is now King Charles. That was very exciting. That was back in my puppetry days when I was doing the beef puppetry.
So of course, the puppets were satirical.
Puppets were satirical, maybe but sort of satirical, but I had to tone that in.
Satirical of the royal family?
Well, we had, on occasion, we veered into that area.
But of course, what everyone knows about the royal family is they've got such a great sense of humour, and they love to laugh at themselves, don't they?
Absolutely. Really can laugh at themselves, although they did tell us not to have those puppets in there. I'm sure Charles would confide.
Well, that'll stop a lot of nasty stuff from killing you.
Saying, you can't do this. When Charles gets angry at this sort of thing, you can get violent. But that was also part of the fun of it, I think, because obviously they've got a great sense of humour in the family.
It's like a topic of that. Was there any sense when you thought, I guess at that stage you were still a bit square with the king, that he was into lamb? you know, there's the hashtag not my luck thing. You know, there's that kind of movement of people who believe you can smell missiles coming out of the chimneys of Buckingham Palace. And
I must say, I didn't pick up on it like that, and if I had picked up on it that, I'd certainly talk about it publicly. You know, I wouldn't, like, I wouldn't want anything to I wouldn't, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't really speak to that anymore. Sorry.
I was also interested in finding out about the history of the Beef Brigade, and so I spoke to friend of the show, Professor James Harcombe. Hello, I'm Professor James Harcombe, recently dismissed from the Wyoming Cattle College of the Internet. Professor James, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking the time. It sounds as if you might have a bit more time than you did before.
Absolutely, I always have a lot of time on my hands.
So you've been let go by the Internet Cattle College?
Yes, again, inevitably one tends to with the
I was looking at the map this morning and thought, yo, we're gonna need sonar to find that sub. The ocean is huge. And then I heard about this warehouse that just got a huge shipment in of some...
I thought I had found a home there. The cattlemen but for historians, it seems. And sometimes if you want to research the true effects of the Welsh Roman and the Battle of Agincourt, you do have to rain down 50,000 arrows onto a murdered cat and see what happens.
How interesting, because I always assumed the way didn't have a campus where you could do that. They didn't realize it was a physical place. I thought it was a place in the clouds or something. But it is a real place.
That's right, yes. It is itself a ranch. Although you can qualifications as a rancher or cattleman or taking postgraduate diploma of beef history, practice beefstery, those are downloadable as gifts.
And what life-changing gifts they are. James may have moved on, but the Wyoming Cattle College of the Internet is still offering the postgraduate diploma in beef history, beefstery, and...
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help?
Discount.
Great. The aircraft is waiting for you at our nearest airfield. We trust you'll be happy, madam.
Give me those gifts.
I'd always had an interest in learning beef history, and I always wanted to go to university. But because I'm a working mom, I didn't feel I could drop it all and move to do a degree. That's why I was so pleased when I found the Wyoming Cattle College of the Internet. I also got 10% off tuition fees as a Beef and Dairy Network member. It was still expensive, but I thought it would be worth it. So I signed up and paid £27,000. And then they just sent me 6 gifts. I'd seen all my family houses and every time I just got these gifts. It's just gifts.
James was also going about the Beef Brigade's first mission on the Queen first and difficult time in British history. The country was under threat.
No, the threat of Philip Spain was very England so yes, Elizabeth I launched the Beef Brigade very much were they to entertain troops, bring a smile to the faces of those who might be facing certain death, death of the helpless man.
And of course, that's the least dignified. At the time, it's thought of as being the least dignified way to die.
Absolutely. The Spaniards themselves were regarded as
The size of the
starches, then with their idea, the kind of rich sense of range. There's something that really struck fear into the heart of normal English men who are used only to really the most plain meals of beef, but maybe some kind of root vegetable.
So am I hearing you correctly, James? Are you suggesting then that at that time, that the rich man of the fried chorizo was impossible to what I think the frying of the chorizo was something that struck genuine fear into the heart of an English beef-eating man because of its perhaps its effete nature. It's overtly spiced. The paprika, the garlic, it's all too much. When a man wants meat, he wants the scent of real flesh and seaweed frying in the pan. If anything, if there should be anything else in there other than just pure beef itself, maybe some tallow, grease, half an onion, at most.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
The thought of these gaily feathered Spaniards coming across the water, armed with their curly sausages, threatening English manners that would have been understood, was something that really needed, at least the first needed at least to go the next month. And the only way to guarantee that was with what we would come to know as quintessential English humour. You know, a laugh and a joke, a man in a beef waistcoat telling a few off-colour jokes, an extended dance routine involving a bull's bladder on a string. And of course, the bull's bladder on a string many of your older listeners will still be familiar with, because it remained part of the Brigade's act into the 1960s.
And obviously I remember going to see the Brigade as a really young child in the 80s, and a lot of that show still being really there to mock the Spanish, and a lot of it went over my head. I specifically remember a long song and dance number, wonderfully performed by Sarah Brightman.
That's right, yeah.
That was mocking someone called Miguel de Aquendo, who had commanded one of the squadrons of galleons as part of the Spanish Armada. I mean, this man had been dead for 400 years when I was watching that song.
Yeah.
And I guess that just shows, how strong that tradition is. I guess
secured, huh? Let's go, baby! Now lose any security and bring it all back here.
Absolutely, but we're modern period, and it's very important that we take for granted now that we all have a profound sense of identity, based largely on the consumption and raising of beef cattle. But that wasn't so cut and dry at this point. In the late 16th century, things could have gone either way. So you're saying that people in England, there's a possibility that they might actually side with the Spanish? The Spanish then had a certain flair, a certain mystique. The main focus was sexy, on the dance floor.
Mario, tell me about how you decided to join the Beef Brigade. Obviously when you were kids, it's what you'd say to your parents when you'd say, oh, I'm going to go join the other brigade. Never did. But you did, you actually went to the brigade.
I did, yeah, I was fine. I was 1991. I said, hey, I want to join the Beef Brigade. And they said, that's a really good idea, actually. I think they'd been reading about Macaulay Culkin, and it turned out I was too young to be paid for being in the brigade, but they didn't get any income. So my parents ended up so that I was in the brigade. Actually, this was one day out, but actually quite a good year. So they couldn't see us outside.
So the rules always been, it's always been a bit of a shame thing to people exactly paid to be the Beef Brigade. And the rumour was always that you were paid in cask strength shaved.
That had sort of, by the time I think 20% of the way still cask strength shaved. Yeah, now it's ceremonial shaved.
It made these days be so complicated. It's changed it. I think it's isn't but
Generally, rations were pint and a half unbelievably shallow, and but and young, yes, 7, 8 years old. But by that stage, they would have learned to make their living from the streets. They would already have basic skills. They'd be able to fire a cannon, climb the rigging, dance a hornpipe, play the harmonica, create a rudimentary marionette of Philip II out of raw beef. These are just some of the skills that these little scallywags really would have known in order to entertain around the taverns of somewhere like Liverpool or Chepstow, just to keep their body and soul together.
I said at the beginning of this programme that changes have been afoot at the Beef Brigade, and this was brought to our attention by a steady stream of letters that began arriving here at Beef and Dairy HQ, starting a few months ago. I will now read one out, which very much typifies the sort of letters that we have received. This is from Person from Coventry.
Alright, so I found the dock where McTony keeps his submersible. That's exactly what we need to be on if we want to go through the sub's moon pool without anybody thinking we're up to something. You pull up in that, and a security outfit? I guarantee they invite you to stay for drinks with the crew.
There were two people in there. Two people and a dog. There was tumbleweed in there, not literally. It was like there was tumbleweed in there. It was like there was the wind whistling, opening and closing the windows. And one of the people there coughed. The dog coughed. Have you ever heard a dog cough? The dog coughed. And that's when I thought, I'm going to vote yes for the changes. I'm going to vote yes for the changes.
You mentioned the changes there. It was put to a vote amongst the class of the Beef Brigade whether you should stick with what you're doing, go ahead with the stripping run. I've not personally seen the show as it is now. For those who aren't aware of what is the Beef Brigade now, can you talk me through a kind of average Beef Brigade show?
All right, well, I mean, it's the boys, and it's all boys. We come out draped in beef, and then
once you get the submersible, I'll send over your mechanic's current location. That thing is too hot to have back at the scrapyard, so he's gonna hold it for us until it's time to rock.
we take off the beef, and you know we have audience members who love this. The crowds of women there actually like, woo! They love what we're doing. But it's a strip show, yeah. We get the party started, we get the place pumping, we take off the beef. More after this, if you go out there and deploy, the average cost of a new home is $4,700 US USD, and that is a lot of money. So if you are paying something, you want to get it right. So what's the most effective way to find the best people for your roles? ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter lets you post jobs for free before you commit, so you can see how effective it is for the provider. It also uses smart technology to identify your skills and experience and match your job. And it also lets you easily send your top candidates a personal invite to apply for your job, so your job is actually green right with ZipRecruiter. If you want to find employers who post ZipRecruiter, get a quality candidate within the first day. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/beef to try ZipRecruiter for free. And ZipRecruiter.com/beef. Website, we asked for network members who had seen the new Beef Brigade show to call the Beef and Dairy Network action line and leave voicemails describing what they saw.
Herbert Burkwhistle here. I took my wife Edna to see the Beef Brigade as a special treat for our 35th wedding anniversary, expecting a nice, wholesome variety show. What do we treat it with? A baldy, lascivious, horrific, offensive display of sleek, billowy legs and oiled triceps, pert buttocks, V-shaped backs, strong, supple, smooth, glistening skin, perfect jawlines, sexy powerful curves, as the performers gyrate, thrust into the air.
What the hell?
Anyway, that was disgusting. We were informally normal. Some more tickets, or just some more tickets. 4 more tickets. Front row, ideally. To do my let out into my face. I'm not squeamish.
Mario, to be transparent with you, we're talking over video conferencing software. I can see you have become hot during the interview. You have talked for a topic. And I can see those muscles, that developed musculature you have. Those glistening, what are they, abs?
Yes, thank you.
Those incredible abs. From what I can see here, I would say that they are flecked with condensation like a cold glass of Coca-Cola on a hot day.
Well, yeah, that's reasonably well described. Here's something that actually this may warm you to the Beef Brigade. This isn't baby oil. This is beef dripping. I'm covered in beef dripping. That's how we get this listen. So, we are traditional in what we're doing. We are sticking to the Beef Brigade, origins.
I respect that. I respect that.
Just because they're stripping doesn't mean there's not beef dripping.
So you are still trying to hold on to some of the traditions of the brigade.
This is a direct continuation. It is an evolution. It's like going from a fish to a dog to a man. That's evolution for you. It's like going from an amoeba to a duck to a crab. This is how we have evolved. We're partly so continuous. God bless them. I love every single variety and version of the Beef Brigade, and I'm proud to be in the hunky Beef Brigade we currently have.
Hello, I'm Roy Postlethwaite, and I took my aunt to see the Beef Brigade last weekend. She's very precious.
Okay, I don't know how you feel, but you look like the best sub worker I ever saw. The submersible is all set, just waiting on you. But whenever you're ready, obviously.
I just remember it's just a
So, we're robbing a priceless car from a submarine. We're breaking into a submarine to steal a totally unique car. Hey, where did you steal that incredible car? Thank you for asking. From a submarine.
Leaving flesh. Sweat in waves.
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help?
And my aunt both
Thank you, madam. Your spectacular aircraft is now ready for you at our nearest airfield.
A roiling, gyrating, pulsating sea of prime human meat. I looked over to my arm, and I saw her doing something I've never seen anyone do before, which is kiss two men at the same time. Everyone was on top of each other. The audience then became part of the pulsating mass of flesh on the stage. It was indistinguishable. I didn't know I ended. The performance began. I was then kissing a gentleman who could I didn't think worked in insurance. His wife was able to do the industry leading. I looked around. It was basically like kind of, you can imagine, hot melted pork, a huge size of that hot melted pork, human things were knocking around, and just a human corporate groan.
When Queen Elizabeth I, back in the 1580s, commissioned the beautiful game of Queen, she thought that a mere 470 years later, they would be degenerating into hunky men, pulling strips of thin colours off their rippling and glistening red muslins and bargains. She think when Queen Elizabeth first told Shakespeare that she wanted to all-star Courtney Barker, which she expected but thought of with that the young president based on fashions which
Okay, so you know what the billionaire's ego never recovers from? Having his prize car with its totally unique history stolen from his heavily guarded submarine at the bottom of the ocean. That's what. Let's go!
Because you know what? Partly she's a ghost. You know, like not football reports. Gosh, it was football. You know, like this might go forward, or around these guys, these young guys have such football influence. That's what you think of the attitude of the Virgin Queen. I mean, actually, like a true like something. You know, she didn't get much, actually, God bless her. So now, she's got to be interested, at the very least, scientifically. You know, what have I missed out on? And she definitely can see it from all angles here. See it from all angles. Professor Harkin, obviously, you are a scholar of the history of the UK, as it is developed through the centuries. Have you seen the new version? I have seen the new show. And again, I'm a fan who thinks that I hate to use words like disgust, but I was sort of punched. I would never be someone who would vomit on a raw show, but I was equal down. I nearly...
That sounds souped up to jam any radars. But luckily, we picked up that sonar. As soon as you activate it, you should be able to find us up pretty much anywhere. Then, all you gotta do is get through the moon pool. Tony Security won't even question that outfit.
Perhaps richer, deeper, more pointed difference than I have ever seen. And that is something that I think I looked at out of pure, I would say, anatomical interest. Do I think it was entertaining? No. Did I keep watching? Yes, because I thought maybe something more wholesome would happen in a minute. Did I hold the bottle of baby oil when it was given to me? Yes. Did I allow it to be splashed all over my eager, sweaty hands? Of course. It would have been rude not to participate fully in what is essentially a state-sponsored duty. So I think we have to look at ourselves and say, is this the country we have become? And, you know, as my face was motorboating between those pectorals, that was something that I was thinking about, among other things. It sounds simple, as if maybe you would do it. Of course, there is a certain moment when you're caught up in the revelry in the heat of the moment, sure. But as you're walking away, as the auditorium empties and people are picking up the sausage packets and discarded paraphernalia, or picking some beef cheese strings in between your teeth, you start to think to yourself, no. I'm actually better than this, and I won't stand for it. So I did something. I went straight to request to speak to the manager. I went to the front desk. I rebooked a ticket for the following day so that I could register my discussion. It turns out there is a deal that you get a season ticket, which is it actually works out. I won't go into the details, but I had a code from online, and it worked out better if I booked for the next 4 consecutive days. But as I say, it's a research expense. I'm a historian, so I had to make sure that my disgust was warranted. And my God, if you think the first night was bad, then by night 5, I mean, actually, you get a very different view once you're on the stage yourself. But that's kind of real people out there, and yes, it's I don't know.
Did you make it? Hello? Okay, head right for the engine. We gotta knock out their navi so they can't dive deeper and fuck this whole thing up. Use that cutting torch if you have to.
To have it return very much to its roots. So maybe playing devil's advocate to give the Beef Brigade the benefit of the doubt. When you were watching the show, was there any sense that they were doing something more than just a total strip show? Do you think there was a satiric edge to the content? Do you think there was something you're finding? Because it's so sad for me that the Beef Brigade has become what it's become. I'm just grasping at straws, I think. Yes, I think writ large, in bloody beef and steel. What the Beef Brigade are now asking us are, is this your country? They're reflecting back at ourselves and saying, is this who you are?
The border got hit!
Don't rub our faces in it, or perhaps, please, rub our faces in it. Well, Professor Harkin, it's been a great pleasure to meet you. As always, it's great to get that historical angle of modern events. Obviously, you told us earlier that you're no longer attached to education institution. What's next for you? Yes, I am. I'm very much appreciated. If anybody would like to get in touch,
From the sound of those alarms, I'd say they're really freaking out now. It's a straight shot to land, but we still should figure out how to control this shit, right? The head of security should have the control codes we need to know what we're doing. I got the pick of him for you. Sending it over now.
Sure. Or if there's just a corner of your bed set that you think, let's draw this a university. I can be there. James Harkin, always.
Heard of whistle again. I've been thinking about it, and read the tickets. I think it would be too much to ask for a backstage pass of sorts. Perhaps a triple A. I think it would be useful for me to meet the performers one-on-one. So we've been really appreciate actually how disgusting myself and my wife were. One-on-one, all at the same time. I don't mind it, but I hope I will. One-on-one, two-on-one, then I have to put it 4 to 5-on-1, and then on mass, I would say, in sequence to really, so I can really get to grips with can't feel about it. Alright.
Better take cover!
No matter how slippery, slick, and perfectly oiled and frictionless their shoulders may be. Thank you.
Well, Mario, as I've said, I don't disagree with what we're doing, the Beef Brigade, but in general, during this programme, I agreed to read out your upcoming tour dates, so I'll do that now. Your tour dates this month, we're going to Hellzone, we're going to Whitfield, we're going to Wexter, we're going to Lancaster, the Falkland Islands, Jersey, Cape Town, the way you've organised this tour isn't making up for us.
Yeah, it's not.
Beijing, and then back.
Yeah.
To the Falkland Islands.
Yeah, it's not. No, I don't want to think about it too much because
is very stressful and it's eaten into the business model. Well, mine and Greg, shame on you. Thank you for taking the break.
Quite possible way there again. I've been thinking about it, and obviously I want a refund, minimum, but actually more than that. I feel like this has stayed with me as an experience, and I haven't got closure on it. I want to specifically the gentleman with the long, overburned hair and the incredibly powerful breast muscles.
You motherfucker!
And I actually want to wrestle it out with this guy. Because what happened on that big block like that, I want me and him in a jacuzzi or any small...
You fucking piece of shit!
Water can be injected into those. It's a jacuzzi or hot tub. You pick the venue, frankly, yeah? As long as it's a jacuzzi or hot tub. And we're going to wrestle it down. I'm going to bring oil, I'm going to bring cream cheese.
Get on the floor!
Because frankly, I'm not okay with what went down that night, okay? And until I've got you or you've got me in a headlock, I will not have closure on this, yeah? I want to get up close and personal.
Drop your
I want
weapon!
your hair deep in my face. There's going to be no escape, yeah? Because I am not happy about this, yeah? And when we're done, I'll see you on a balcony overlooking the Seine, yeah? And we
You
will
motherfucker!
get to grips with any outstanding issues over a bloody nice meal, okay? Because I'm not happy.
You fucking piece of shit!
So, that's all we've got time for this month. But if you're after more beef and dairy news, get over to our website now, where you'll find stuff, as well as our off-topic section, where this month we visit the cheapest hotel in Scotland, trying to get to grips with the things that the walls remember. So until next time, be fans.
You fucking piece of shit!
Thanks to John Luke Roberts, Mike Shepherd,
Let's
Mike
finish this.
Wozniak, Henry Packett, Louise Robb, and Linnea Sage.
You motherfucker!
Oh, darling, why did you accept me well? My dear, you borrowed a book from me, never returned it. Save yourself from this terrible case by you help you get this borrowed book that solve all your other problems. Reading glasses every Thursday night.
You fucking piece of shit!
And we're the host of Taking Geniuses. We're doing our podcast for over 10 years. And we're
Take cover!
every episode. Now it's about that time to actually get stupid. Hang out with us and you'll hear us chat about horses.
Man down! You ass!
Taking Geniuses, a show for adult idiots. Every other week on
Drop it!
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy, artist owned,
Total dick. Show's over, assholes!
This week, guys, I went to try to follow some
Coward!
podcast
Kill!
to live as a charity. And one of the, there's a woman I follow, I'm not quite sure what the podcast, but she's like, she writes about podcasting and everything. And she was saying that her big tip for podcasts is to say the name of the podcast during the podcast and also to say your own names. So why would you want to say feelings and particularly Henry Packett, Ben Barton, what would be the advantages? Because right now I didn't see why I never wanted to mention three things I don't think Henry Packett, Ben Barton, or
Look out, you!
It's interesting that you've gone from the order of Henry Packett, Mike Wozniak, and Ben Barton. Ben, so what was that? Interesting that I'm saying three, Henry Packett, Mike Wozniak, and Ben Barton. You definitely crystallised on that.
Stay
The reason I said three things I think Henry Packett, Mike Wozniak, and Ben Barton is because that naturally came to me. It felt right. Is that a good answer? Doesn't have a real system. It's full about the whole
Come on, give it up! Fucking loser!
Having said that, it's better than 3 Weeks I Live, starring Henry Packer, featuring.
I'm gonna drop you! Fuck
So is that a thing which is that just to get it through to the head, like just sort of just
get your head down!
Isn't it for normally insulting?
You a bitch!
I mean, because they already know that, right? That's the bit. If they listen to the podcast, they already know.
Get down!
Actually, I sometimes get that when something is selling itself to me while I'm doing. While I'm ready to do it, I'm here. Yeah. I'll be like, I'm already here, mate. Get on with it. What are you talking about? I'm already in the restaurant.
You fucking penis!
If I want the dessert, I'm here.
Once you get the codes, head right for the helm. There's a console there that you need to punch the code into, so we can drive this shit.
You like some chicken? What do you think?
You fucking loser!
3D7 featuring. Was it featuring? I'm in the middle of that proverbial shit sandwich. So fun.
I don't want to be here!
If my name's not the last one.
Let me get the stove! Get out of here! You piece of shit!
If it's a middle seat, it's a middle seat.
Get it covered! You fucking
guest
penis!
starring again.
No! Is that to foreground them, or is that to diminish them? Isn't it a positive? Isn't it to sort of act as it is? Isn't that the idea? Yeah, the up and coming, maybe I think it's viewed as an agent to triumph for those to get your name in those opening credits rather than just buried in the credits at the end. And now it's a list. Introduce Timothy Chalamet. Exactly, I think you've got your own title card. You're doing all right. I've never seen Timothy Chalamet in a film, but apparently he's now the most famous aspect in the world. I've seen he's very good and he's very, very beautiful. I saw him do that Henry thing. That was me. So I thought you got infiltrated by I was in with you last week. Yeah, I thought it was I just had quite nice lighting in my house. Yeah. Certain shimmer and sheen about it, certain gloss. I know there is.
Alright, there's a beach straight ahead. Just keep it steady. The plan is to crash right on top of it. It'll be fine. I promise. Just don't kill me if you survive, okay?
Swelling neck. I saw a photo of him yesterday in Tesco's. Wait, has he got that as opening for podcast? You've got to make hay, and he understands it. So got to. So yeah, I saw people Am I getting right? If you call him Charlotte, because that's not Chalamet, isn't it? Chalamet, yeah, which is the horse name, which is yes, it's the name of a extremely loyal chestnut horse with a little white dial at the front of its nose.
Yo, you okay? Because if you are, you've got to move. The cops are definitely on their way now. So activate the landing pad as soon as you shake off the concussion. Get the car and get out of there.
Chalamet mounted over Metro. I see you look forward to rescue you or to bring you word of the king. I would represent it. We'll tie him to the mincer. Chalamet, what's that Chalamet? You want to come out of retirement, work a little bit, maybe do more of a part-time. You can't, you're already half in the mincer, Chalamet. You're right then? No, Chalamet, no. There's no one playing the second field. Stop the mincer! Wait, can we stop the mincer? Chalamet! We've got the front half of Chalamet! Can we pantomime the back half of Chalamet? With Nicholas Lindhurst? Played by Timothy Chalamet. This was Timothy Chalamet's face. He was on the front cover of a magazine in Tesco.
He's got, as you say, he's got those beast-stung lips, so he's got, just how she's actually lesbian with his jaw.
You in the car? That was fucking awesome! Just head back to the yard and lose any cops that still think they have a chance. We'll fix up any damage, and then she's good to go.
I think so. It's one of those people where if you sort of it's everything. That's what I was thinking. I think the illusion of photography and of cinema and film, which is taking a 3D shape as a human face and putting it onto a 2D thing on the screen. Now that, when you think about a screen, right, it's like a painting, right? It's flat. Yeah, it's a flat representation. So unless you're on this on the screen, it's as close to the pure as so for that to look amazing, everything is flat. So your ears, your shoulders, your chin, they're all equally, they're all at exactly just, go back to the States and go back to the collection. The muscle of the other side. It's not your pecs. It's not your pecs. The real one is you made a 3D version of that 3D thing. Because what's a real house? Are you about to raise her explain because you can't. I think you can see. But I think it's a fair question. Waiting a bit. Probably all that is nearer to me. Not now, because you're on the screen. In car. In car. What's the best way of facing? Faces out this. I'm facing the question. I'm missing the rest. So the name of the back of the US, I think you're interested in that, so that's really nice. Picture the edge of the box, so it's facing south. Is it? On to that effect. What's it? Essentially, the camera has to make certain effort to turn it has to. This is a novel language, but there is a scientific truth. It's having to bring your in. So that's it. It's structured on down the way of business. So essentially, the less effort it has to make, the better the drop. So what I'm saying is that someone who will like whose face is naturally closer to being flat will look better on the screen because there's less facial effort to be compensated for. So someone who can take a sort of for example, it's it. But I think that is actually true. So Charlie, if you saw his face, you will look a bit like a flat face. He's got the opposite of this. He's actually got the opposite of this. Yeah. It could also come to selection glorifying. That's why I don't think that's what So this week's topic has sent in by Neil Wonder is sandwiches. Simply touched upon sandwiches. Well, we have our first sandwiches. Then you go with us to the front stage of the documents. It's that's it. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Marvel's in the service station. Yeah. You need to go after that.
What do you like, salad? You make me nice. You make me cheese shells. You have a bag. And cabbage patties. Yeah. Have you done the Chalamet test? Yeah. And through the small curtains, you grab two things. One of them is my face, and the other one is my smooth beef Wellington and parmesan spaghetti pie. Ready to eat. Which one's smoother? Have you taken the Chalamet test? Obviously, until the Chalamet are very busy, so if you're doing this test in Europe, Africa, Asia, anywhere outside of LA, it's not going to be me. It's going to be a local boy. Smooth local boy. And Chalamet, have you done this Chalamet cabbage pie diet? I have.
Take care.
Yo, I'm gonna hit up the family chat. Tell them we need an en4cer submarine. A gold one. That should be tight.
Very confusing in the flesh because you don't know which bits of everything is equally close to you. Chalamet's pie. But the back of the pie is pastries pumpkin pie.
Well, what we haven't heard is Mike's favourite sandwich. Of the day. Sorry, before Mike answers that.
Yeah.
Mike answers before.
Go on. By talking about my favourite throwing myself sandwiches.
Mike, I usually have them here. You just not aware. And it's a shame I was discuss it with you. I'm sorry. I want to talk first about what Mike was saying. Go for it. I associate, and I think this how we like things that I'm showing. But until we have actually discussed this in relation to bags, so Mike always has a bag. And in it is always a tinfoil wrapped homemade generic 1970s sandwich. I have upgraded slightly recently. There's no lunchbox for me tomorrow. Early 80s sandwiches. You might see so use a tinfoil wrap. Oh no, you can't fall out of the down. I've got stop it. No, I've got no stuff I've got that. Also, come on, things. It's already a stretch for us to be made funny. Now they're making packaging. Honestly, it's getting too much. Big conspiracy. I'm happy to go with it. Pretend they make money. But that's getting out of it. They make packaging as well. Candles, well. Do you know what I mean? Now, by the way, this might be a first for the pod, because you know when you watch a really good film or something, or read a really good book, a thing will happen, and then later on, you'll get another scene from a different perspective, and it's the same but from a different. So now, essentially, we're going around the same topic, because before we talked about bags and how there's always a sandwich in it. Now, we're back, we're talking about Mike's sandwich within, and it's obviously held within a bag. Mike's bag, so it was a bag, straw bag.
No, I woke up.
But Mike, and Mike, you have been said today, and so it wasn't. It didn't, was it? It was tinfoil. And not only was it tinfoil, it was a kind of tinfoil that a generic homemade 1970s style sandwich is always in, which is tinfoil that looks like it's been crinkled so much. So it's that if you try this multi-use crinkle, it's so crinkled. There's not a smooth bit on it. Like,
I'm not in the mood for chatting.
I think I have done in the past. You know, we're in a climate emergency, guys. How often can you reuse a bean bin? Oh, and
Now
forever,
you
forever,
are prepared against government tyranny.
They just keep going.
Tuve un día horrible. Bueno, en casa veré mi programa favorito. No me lo pierdas.
If you go in the car, it will explode. That would be what was
before the deadly sandwich father.
We've grown to bits about cheese and pickle.
No, but Mike, you've got this. I like. So I'm picturing. Yeah, it's sort of. There's no. Well, okay, this might be a bit hard, but it'll be something. It'll be like cheese. It'll be something like cheese or tomato, maybe cheese and tomato. It's tomato sauce. It's tomato sauce. Maybe tomato sauce. But what would be it's quite a kind of fairly austere, but at the same time comforting sort of home. But not fancy. We're talking basic bread, and I'm often talking a kind of some sort of paste. It might be a ground paste. So that's wheat paste, Dutch paste, French paste, meal paste. Some sort of meal paste. Yeah. So like lunch in a paste. And it would just be a combination of different things you have for lunch or stuff. Is that fair? I will often turn up with a homemade sandwich. And an apple. It's very wholesome.
I do. It's part of what I spend quite a lot of time focusing about here and there. I think I hit a certain point quite a few years ago. I was sick to the back teeth of your service station place sandwich. Couldn't have paid. Yeah, I didn't blame you. That's what it is to pack lunch. Do you know what I love? I bought to me. You've always loved to bought to me. Yeah, in fact, I think it's pretty much the first time I met you. Even joking about bought to me.
That's lovely stuff. But is it the deal or is it what it's doing?
I think it's the deal.
Okay.
I think it's the deal because also at the same time you obviously big time fast food. Yeah, back then.
What will you go for when you do?
It's all about that. Just work out how to get the most value. Well, the problem was the way to get the most value was so you get the sandwich, you get the drink, and then you get the snack. Yeah, the snack's often crisps. Yeah. Or perhaps some diced pieces. I would never get fruit like that. Yeah. Waste of money. I would often get a yogurt.
I'm a cash
but
out
if
my
you want to make the
401k.
money,
Whatever, dude.
metal tin of travel sweets.
So you'll crunch your way through.
Sandwich,
you'll enjoy half a pound of joyously boiled your way through. A metal bottle full of sugar, black
So what if I owe myself money?
potpourri taste of
Whatever, dude.
1950s travel sweets. Just crunching your way through on a bench, seeing the guy I'm absolutely hating this. It's a good deal.
It's a good deal. I bet I could find a decent use for this tip when I'm done as well.
Beating the system, I know.
I could click my receipts in this.
Beat the system with the maintenance system. Now, I might have a little bit bite of that repulsive gammon and salmon. The gammon salmon.
Why would you even try to take the Western Highway?
It's absolutely disgusting. It's the most expensive.
Yeah. So to make the most money, the tin of travel sweets or the metal tin of Smiths. Oh God! And then you've got to deal with a sort of fierce 12 hours of broiling agony in your guts. Then heavy juicy mint squibs.
Just shoot it. I suppose the benefit is to shoot out that gammon and salmon as fast as possible because you've not enjoyed it on the way in. So hopefully those mints will get it out.
They've got nothing on you.
The man. So Ben, are you factoring in the scrap value of the metal tin into this?
I mean, that rises and falls on an almost daily basis, so you have to keep in touch with the metal markets, of course. Yeah. To work out. Yeah.
We're going to get sweet tins. Sweet tins. Sweet tins. Also, Ben, you've got to think about it. In medieval times, that sweet tin itself would have been seen as miracle.
Yeah.
So,
same for the gammon and salmon.
Yeah,
I think many of those are up.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we should just explain to any British listener know what boots and building because it's the cornerstone on which the modern British state is built. Yes. It's a sandwich and snack drink deal. Yeah, pharmacist. Pharmacy.
Yeah. The weirdest thing about it, I find, is that They tend to do sushi as well. They do very awesome. So the idea that you could be picking up your sushi and your anal douche, your anal douche at the same time. Whatever.
Why is sushi?
There's just something that's
You feel fine picking up a ham sandwich.
I can just about get my head around getting a ham sandwich from pharmacists, from Boots, the people that sell me Nurofen, hand gel, head gel, face gel,
But it's
all the gels.
into international cuisine.
Yeah, when it's going to international food.
Like, well, if you go to some of the more modern ones, they've got the kind of Yo Sushi style conveyor belt, and going past is like sushi, and then Savlon,
Yeah. Leg gel, tooth gel, chin gel. All your different powders as well, shoulder powder, leg powder.
Look at your unguents as well. Butters,
Body butters, face creams,
butters, arse butters.
Yeah. Foot scrapers, nose scrapers, face scrapers, all the different scrapers.
Yeah. Neck pumice.
Yeah.
Sashimi.
Boil creams.
High SPF goulash.
And entirely, you can get an entirely topical roast lamb. Not you. You can get a roast lamb and you just massage into your head. That's how you want to experience it. And
Yeah, if you nail by mouth.
yeah. And you can get
a lifesaver.
You can get a pilot in the form of a shampoo.
Just small enough to take on a flight.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? The same person
Heads up,
sourcing
we
all
have
that stuff. So
income.
the guy said, "What I've got to do this morning? I've got to order loads of ibuprofen. I've got to get loads of eye drops. I've got to get loads of eye drops. I've got to get those little blue gloves that you for people use.
I've got to get some international plug adapters.
International plug adapters. And I've got to get
4 egg sandwiches.
4 egg sandwiches.
It's never a big. This is the part where I don't trust it. It's not enough of a selection. They don't lean into it enough. Even in the big moves, it's sort of small. It's an afterthought. It's a sideshow. It's not an afterthought. I won't have that.
It's not a great range.
I won't have this. It's moisture that ruins the packaged sandwich experience from Boots and the like. Sometimes if you pick up the packet, you look through the little window and there's like a sort of sheet, like a layer of condensation. And you know you went for a really wet his pancakes. Or, finding a dead shrimp.
Well, I once ate chewed into a bit of pizza and it had a cigarette pack.
What?
Yeah.
In the pizza?
It was in the pizza. It was a school trip to Italy.
You're simply hated by all so Then you never going to come back. This was pre-TripAdvisor. There was no possible negative impact you could have on their business, and they hated your school trip. Until I think probably that cigarette butt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They also pissed in Diet Coke, so I select Coke. It's true.
Hey!
You're right. Yeah.
That was the Fanta, sorry.
I thought maybe it's just Italian Diet Coke. I thought it was just an African. And wait a minute. I'm just cutting out my mind back to tiramisu now. Hang on.
Another bomb, man.
The tiramisu.
I keep it real. What are you gonna do?
Then come dressed like you
Oh wait,
deserve
she already
success.
did.
Yes. Well, yes, I do remember the waiter saying, "No, wait,